Hello and welcome back to the channel and another reaction. Obviously these were originally planned to come out at 6 p.m. every Friday. We've sort of done a few more because obviously there were so many videos that came out at the weekend begging for your money. And today was the culmination of the Kew Gardens raffle, and that is only just this second being done. The video is up on YouTube as we speak, so let's just skip you along to the actual draw. And where do we go? What I found quite interesting was there was one part of this where Mr. Lambert asked Chris Dyer, his right hand man, if you can call him that, exactly how many entrants they've had for it, or how many separate entries they've had for it, and Mr. Dyer could not give him an answer. So here we are, the wheel is spinning, and obviously, you know, it's all the same names that you see pretty much: Dyer, Lorna Jones, Kate Gibson, John White, Scott Donaldson. It's pretty much filled with those names. Occasionally you'll see an odd one fly past. Now, Mr. Lambert was praying that John White or a Lady Robbins won it, because he wanted to then buy it back from them. We'll get on to the buyback issues in a moment, but for now we're just going to wait for this to go. Right, that's a huge section there that was just Chris and Lorna. That's a big section of just Chris, Scott Donaldson, Chris Dyer, Scott Donaldson, Chris Dyer, John White, Lorna Jones, Chris Dyer, Chris Dyer. You know, it's just massive section of staff members. If we just pause it there for a second, right the way from down the bottom here, from Kate Gibson's here, staff member, John White, Chris Dyer, Scott Donaldson, Chris Dyer, Scott Donaldson, Chris Dyer, John White, Lorna Jones, Chris Dyer, Lorna Jones, John White, Chris Dyer, Kate Gibson, Lorna Jones, John White, Chris Dyer, Lorna Jones, John White, Chris Dyer, Scott Donaldson. Can't see that one. Is that Lorna Jones? Yeah. And John White again. So that entire section of the wheel that you are seeing there in view is filled with nothing other than staff or what does he call them? Not staff, team members. So as you've just seen, that was won by Lorna Jones. Okay, so the interesting part with Lorna Jones winning it is this particular Kew Gardens coin was raffled off, I don't know, a few months back, and it was won then by Lorna Jones, who is a moderator on his channel and a team member. And when she won the coin, she decided that she would sell it back to Mr. Lambert, even though there are no mentions anywhere within his raffles website about alternative prizes or buybacks or anything like that at all. Which I find quite incredible. The next one up, I'll just double check, because I've not checked it recently, but the next one up is a Gold Proof Rosalind Franklin as an example. And there's absolutely nothing on here that mentions buyback or an alternative price, which I think is quite horrific. Anyway, so Lorna Jones sold it back to Mr. Scambert, for, I think it was around about £3,700 worth of raffle credit. Now, as Mr. Lambert says already in the video that you've just seen, he is rooting for John White or Lady Robbins to win it, because they will sell it back to him for credit again. I mean, why on earth you would want to sell a Gold Kew Gardens back for raffle credit is absolutely beyond me. I have previously checked of the going rate of the Gold Kew Gardens, and as you can see here, one sold, this is the last one that sold on eBay back in January, and that went for £2,795. So, you know, say £2,800. Why you would sell it back for raffle credit to then go and buy more raffle tickets is a little bit beyond me. I don't quite understand the reasoning behind. Actually, beg your pardon, that's a 2019, so it's not even the correct one. Yeah, so it doesn't look like there are any. No, there's no gold 2009 Qs that have recently sold. But I believe it's round about the £3,000 mark that they are actually selling for. So why you would then sell that back for raffle credit is absolutely beyond me. I think you've got to have some serious sort of issues within yourself to actually do that, because it just doesn't make any sense. Now, a second point I would like to make on this, and this is just speculation and this is just my own personal opinion. Now, if I had a Gold Proof Kew Gardens that I was going to be giving away, there are a couple of things that I would do, but you can bet your bottom dollar that every time I went live, I made a video, you would be seeing that Gold Proof Kew Gardens. The photographs that we used in the video, or the photographs that, beg your pardon, the photographs that we used on the website were just stock photographs that anybody can download from the internet. They were not photographs that had been taken by him or by a team member. At no point during this special video, that is the actual draw for the Gold Proof Kew Gardens, do you actually see the Gold Proof Kew Gardens, which I find incredibly difficult to get my head around. If I had that, if I was doing it, I sure as hell would be showing it. And I know from previous experience, when he has auctioned Gold Proofs, for example, he doesn't stop showing them off. So it seems a bit strange to me that in this particular instance, you don't see the Gold Proof Kew Garden a single time, and I find that rather an interesting point to be made on it. So it remains to be seen. In this video, he says that should anybody wish to sell this back to him, he will sell it back to them for £7,000 worth of memberships. Basically goes on his wheels. So at his going rate, that is 2 spins of every wheel, because he values them all at £3,500. Although the other day there was a stupid thing, he valued his company at £20 million. So, you know, where he is getting his valuations from, I think he's just literally plucking them from the air. But this just goes to show what I have said all along. I'd like to know how many tickets ended up being sold. To my knowledge, it was, the last time I checked, it was about 3,600 had been sold. Well, I know that Scott Donaldson, John White and one off, Lorna or Chris, had their maximum of 1,000 tickets. So that's 3,000. You then have his other team members, RJ Coins, Katie Gibson, the other one of Lorna or Chris, who are some of the others, Derek Clark, Mick Smith. You know that they have got insane amounts of raffle credit, so they also would have purchased an awful lot of tickets. So my reckoning is, out of 3,800, my reckoning is probably about 3,500 of those were actual genuine people that had bought it. Now, okay, so that doesn't actually sound like a lot, 300 people, but that's 300 people spending £5 each. That's £1,500. And that's people who are, you know, probably genuine collectors out there, that believe they've got a genuine, fair opportunity to win a gold coin, and a gold Kew Gardens at that. And you just simply have not got a fair crack of it. As I've just illustrated here, that section of the wheel, it is just filled with staff members. There is not a single other person in view in that section of the wheel. So in other words, that entire section of the wheel has not paid a penny to enter this raffle. So I just find that totally phenomenal, and I find that insulting. To be honest, I find that criminal, and I just hope and pray that somewhere out there are regulators that are watching this, whether it be trading standards or whether it's, you know, hopefully the bloody tax man, because, you know, he does ask people to pay it directly into his bank account. So I just pray that Gambling Commission, I just pray that there are somebody from an official body that watch this and have a proper look into it. And I guess I would urge anybody out there, if you are like me, if you are suspicious of this, then I suggest send this to a governing body. I believe for raffles and that kind of thing, it's where he's based, it would be Dorset Council that have got to authorise these, Dorset Trading Standards. I would urge anybody to look into it, because it's just, I say, in my view, it is criminal. as I've said, you know, there's so many things that just do not sit right with this. You've got nowhere, anywhere on the raffle site does it tell you there will be an alternative price offered. There is nowhere on there that says he will offer you something to buy it back from you. There is nowhere on there that tells you terms and conditions of said raffle. The fact that that entire segment of the wheel is made up by purely team members, I find absolutely horrendous. You know, it doesn't ring true. It really, really doesn't. How you can have the person that runs all of the raffles is Chris Dyer, his right hand man. How you can have Chris Dyer purchasing 1,000 raffle tickets and then running the raffle itself, that doesn't sit right with me. You know, that doesn't, I don't know, there's just something not right about all of it. The fact that not once have you seen the Kew Gardens doesn't sit right with me. And then of course we have the winner, Lorna Jones, who has already sold it back to him once. You know, God knows what she's going to do this time. Again, I hope that somebody, or Lorna Jones herself, is informing the DWP. Lorna Jones is disabled, unable to work. Now, what were we saying, a £3,000 Kew Garden? And it's not the first gold coin that she's won, so I hope that she's informing them that she has suddenly got these big investments, because again, that would be wrong if she's not doing that. I think that's probably about all there is left to say. The only thing I guess really left to say is please, please, please do not get sucked into this. There are many, many, many good, genuine raffle sites on Facebook, for an example. I'm a member of several of them. I play several of them, and they are genuine, and they literally sell a set amount of tickets. You know, I think the most is 50 tickets they sell. They are absolutely genuine and 100% above board. It's all, you know, everything's there to be scrutinised. Something just doesn't sit right with me with this, and if you feel the same, then please hit the thumbs up, share the video, and I would urge you, if you have your suspicions about it, also report it to governing bodies, because they can't even tell you how many individual entries have been received, which you would think is quite a simple thing to do really, but they're not even able to do that. I'd actually love to see this company get audited, but that's a different thing altogether. So fingers crossed now, the next reaction will not be until Friday's update, but with Mr. Scambit and the Con House, you never know what kind of thing is going to come up next. So fingers crossed it will not be until Friday, beg your pardon. Although there's a possibility that I'm going to be unavailable for a few days. So anyway, until the next time, thanks very much for watching. Please do feel free to leave comments. If you're not already, please do subscribe, hit the like button, and please share the video. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon.